Imagine for a moment that deep inside you, there exists a secret, a hidden power that can not only elevate your self-esteem to levels you never thought possible, but also completely transform the way you attract people, experiences, and opportunities into your life. This isn't some superficial trick or an empty promise you'd find just anywhere. This is a profound discovery, a wisdom handed down from one of the most brilliant minds in psychology, Carl Jung. Jung dedicated his entire life to exploring the darkest, most mysterious corners of the human soul. And what he found? Well, it changes everything we thought we knew about ourselves. Today, I want to take you by the hand on this journey. A journey that won't just make you feel more secure and valuable, but will empower you to attract only what you truly deserve. Authentic relationships, genuine inner peace, and a life that resonates with who you are at your very core. Carl Jung believed that every single one of us carries an entire universe within. A vast internal world, brimming with possibilities, yes, but also filled with shadows that we've been taught to ignore, to push down, to pretend don't exist. Have you ever felt like something inside you is holding you back? Maybe it's that persistent little voice that whispers, "You're not good enough," or "You don't deserve more than what you have." Or perhaps it's that constant, gnawing fear of rejection that keeps you from stepping out, from truly living. Jung would tell you that these aren't just random thoughts or personal flaws. No, he'd say that's your unconscious speaking to you. It's sending you signals, communicating through emotions, through gut feelings, through your intuition, and sometimes even through the very people who cross your path. This unconscious isn't your enemy. It's a guide, a wise teacher that desperately wants you to awaken and reclaim the immense value that already lies dormant within you. Think about your life for just a second. How many times have you been in a situation where, on the surface, everything seemed absolutely fine, maybe even perfect, but deep down, something in your gut told you it wasn't right? Perhaps it was a relationship that looked idyllic to everyone else, but it left you feeling hollow, drained, invisible. Or a job that everyone applauded, a career path that seemed impressive, but it made you feel trapped, stifled, unfulfilled. Jung taught us that those sensations, those quiet whispers of discontent, they aren't meaningless noise. They are vital messages from your unconscious, trying to protect you, trying to steer you towards something better, something more aligned with your authentic self. He called this the process of individuation, the lifelong journey of becoming your true whole self, a self that doesn't bend to external expectations, a self that doesn't settle for less than it truly deserves. But here's the first big secret that Jung unveiled, the key to truly elevating your self-esteem and attracting what you merit. First, you have to look inward, not outward. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with ideals of what we should be. Be more successful, be more attractive, be richer, be thinner, be busier. And in this relentless pursuit to fit in, to measure up to these external metrics, we end up completely disconnected from our very essence. Jung said that when you lose that connection with yourself, when you sever that vital link to your inner truth, your self-esteem plummets. Why? Because you're living a life that isn't yours. It's like you're wearing a costume that doesn't fit, a disguise that chafes, and with each passing day, you feel more and more uncomfortable, more and more inauthentic in your own skin. So how do we begin to change this? Jung gave us a powerful clue. The unconscious doesn't speak in clear, logical words, like you and I are communicating right now. It expresses itself through symbols, through dreams, through raw emotions, and sometimes through that inexplicable sensation in the pit of your stomach when something just isn't right. Has it ever happened to you? You meet someone new, and even though you can't quite articulate why, something deep inside tells you to keep your distance. Or perhaps you feel an undeniable pull towards a new hobby or a new direction, even if it seems illogical. That, my friend, is your intuition. It's a sacred tool, a direct line to your deepest wisdom, and Jung considered it to be of paramount importance. Listening to that inner voice isn't a luxury. It's an absolute necessity if you want to build a rock-solid self-esteem and attract relationships and experiences that truly elevate you rather than drain you. Let's talk about self-esteem for a moment. For Jung, it wasn't just about feeling good about yourself in some fleeting, superficial way. It's about recognizing your intrinsic worth, a value that doesn't depend on what other people think of you. A value that isn't contingent on how many likes you get on a social media post, or how much money you have in your bank account, or what job title you hold. He believed that true self-esteem is born when you reconcile with all parts of yourself. Yes, even the ones you don't particularly like, the ones you try to hide, the ones you're ashamed of. This is where one of his most fascinating and at the same time most challenging concepts comes into play: the shadow. The shadow, according to Jung, is that part of us that we hide from the world. It's the collection of our perceived flaws, our deepest fears, our gnawing insecurities, and even our hidden desires that we don't dare to admit, not even to ourselves. Perhaps it's that simmering rage you feel when someone disrespects you, but you suppress it because it's not okay to get angry. Or maybe it's that envy that silently eats away at you when you see someone else achieving what you secretly long for. Most of us spend our lives running from this shadow, pretending it doesn't exist, constructing elaborate facades to keep it locked away. But Jung warned us of something crucial. The more you ignore your shadow, the more power it will wield over you. And that power manifests in ways you've likely already experienced. Before we go any further, just a thought to reflect on. Have you ever noticed that certain people seem to consistently get under your skin, irritating you beyond reason? Or that you find yourself repeating the same frustrating patterns in your relationships, as if you're trapped in an endless, suffocating cycle? Jung would tell you that this isn't simply bad luck. It's your shadow projecting itself onto the external world. Those people who annoy you, they're often not the problem. They are, in a profound sense, mirrors. And here it says where the magic truly happens. When you begin to integrate your shadow, when you start to accept those darker, unacknowledged parts of yourself, your self-esteem doesn't just grow, it blossoms. It becomes deeply rooted. Because you're no longer at war with yourself, you become whole, authentic, and consequently incredibly magnetic. This backpack is filled with stones. Each stone represents something you deny about yourself: a fear, a guilt, a whispered, "I'm not enough." Now imagine you decide to open that backpack and look inside. Is it comfortable? No, absolutely not. It can be incredibly uncomfortable. And with each stone you let go, you feel lighter, more secure, more deserving of all the good that life has to offer you. Jung taught us that self-esteem isn't built by frantically seeking external approval, but by courageously confronting what lies within. And when you do that deep internal work, something truly incredible begins to happen. The external world starts to respond. This isn't magic in the sense of fairy tales or wishful thinking. It's a profound principle that Jung called synchronicity. He believed that when you align with your true self, when you genuinely step into your authenticity, the universe itself seems to conspire in your favor. The right people appear. Doors of opportunity that were once invisible suddenly open. And all at once, you realize that you're attracting only what you truly deserve, not just what you used to settle for. But let's not delude ourselves. This process requires immense courage. Jung spoke of choosing the less traveled path, that often dark, uncomfortable, and unknown road that forces you to face your deepest fears. Most people prefer to stay in their comfort zone, following what they're supposed to do, adhering to societal expectations. But if you genuinely want to elevate your self-esteem and live a life that is truly worth living, a life that is vibrant and deeply satisfying, then you have to dare to walk that less traveled path. Because it's in that uncomfortable place, in that perceived darkness, that you finally find the unwavering light that has always been within you. Think about the relationships in your life right now. How many times have you allowed someone to make you feel small, insignificant, or unworthy? How many times have you let your boundaries be crossed, your energy be drained simply because you didn't want to cause trouble, or you feared confrontation, or you worried about being liked? Jung would say that every single time you do that, you are sending a powerful message to your unconscious. I'm not valuable enough. I don't deserve better. And your unconscious, ever the faithful servant, listens. It responds by attracting more of the same, more people who drain you, more situations that wear you down, more experiences that echo that unspoken belief. But here's the good news, the truly empowering news. You can change that message immediately. When you begin to protect your energy fiercely when it's necessary, and when you start surrounding yourself only with those who genuinely respect you and lift you up, you are telling your unconscious, loud and clear, I deserve more. And guess what happens next? The universe begins to respond. It starts giving you exactly that. Jung would invite you to pause and reflect, not with blame, but with curiosity. What is that person showing you about yourself? It's not about pointing fingers at others. It's about using those challenging experiences as a potent mirror for your own personal growth. And that is the indispensable first step to attracting what you truly deserve: authentic love, profound respect, and abundant opportunities. And the shadow are absolutely key to understanding who we really are. I want to take you one step further. The true power, the transformative power, lies in what you do with them. Imagine for a moment you're standing in front of a mirror, but this isn't an ordinary mirror. But it also shows you your immense strength, your brilliant light, your boundless potential. Jung would say that that is the precise moment when you truly begin to transform. Maybe it's that deep-seated insecurity that makes you doubt your capabilities, keeping you from pursuing your true calling. But here's the game-changing twist that Jung gifted us. Those parts you've rejected, those perceived flaws, they're not defects. Imagine if your anger, instead of being something you're ashamed of, something you try to stifle, became the powerful fuel that empowers you to set firm boundaries and defend your intrinsic worth. Or, what if your fear, instead of paralyzing you, instead of holding you captive, transformed into a precise signal that guides you toward what truly matters, showing you where you need to be cautious, where you need to prepare? When you begin to see your shadow as a wise teacher rather than an adversary, your self-esteem doesn't just grow, it becomes unshakable. It becomes indestructible. Why is this so incredibly important? Because your self-esteem, your deep-seated sense of worth, is the absolute foundation for everything you attract into your life. Jung believed that the external world is a direct reflection of your internal world, a concept he termed projection. If deep within you, you harbor feelings that you don't deserve love, respect, or success, guess what? You will continue to attract people and situations that confirm that very belief. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. But when you consciously change that internal narrative, when you make the decisive choice that you are worthy of the very best, the universe literally begins to rearrange itself around you. It's as if you've given a brand new, powerful instruction to your unconscious. I only accept what elevates me. I only allow in what truly serves my highest good. And believe me, your unconscious listens. It's always listening. Let's talk about relationships again, because that's often where this profound secret of Jung's becomes most glaringly evident. Have you ever been with someone who consistently made you feel less than you are, Perhaps they didn't say it with harsh words, but their actions, their subtle dismissals, their emotional unavailability left you with that pervasive feeling of emptiness, that gnawing sense that you had to constantly strive to perform, to bend over backwards just to be enough for them. Jung would say that such a relationship is no accident. It is a projection, a vivid externalization of something within you that you haven't yet resolved. Perhaps it's a part of your shadow that deeply believes you need the approval of others to be worthy, to feel complete. But here is the truly liberating truth, a truth that can set you free. You don't need anyone to complete you. You are already profoundly, perfectly complete. And when you truly integrate that idea, when you finally realize that your worth is not dependent on anyone else's opinion or presence, that your value is an inherent birthright, you begin to attract people who see you for who you really are. They see your authentic light, your genuine self, not just the version they wish you were or the role they need you to play. Think of this process like a deep, thorough cleaning of your life. Imagine you're going through a cluttered closet, full of old clothes. There are garments that are too small, clothes that are worn out, and some that you don't even like anymore, but you keep them just in case. Now, translate that image to the relationships and situations in your life. How many times have you clung to people who drain your energy, who subtract from your life rather than add to it, simply because you fear the empty space they might leave if you let them go? Jung invites us to release these things, not from a place of defeat or resignation, but from a profound place of power. Because when you release what no longer resonates with your authentic self, you create vital space for what does. And that space, believe me, doesn't remain empty for long. It naturally fills with people and experiences that genuinely reflect your newly elevated self-esteem, your newfound sense of worth. This is where another fascinating concept of synchronicity comes back into play. Jung described it as those meaningful coincidences that seem far too perfect to be mere chance. Have you ever released something toxic from your life? A draining friendship, a soul-crushing job, a limiting belief, and suddenly, almost immediately, an unexpected opportunity appears. Or perhaps you meet someone new who arrives at precisely the right moment, bringing exactly what you needed, almost as if the universe itself was rewarding you for your bravery, for your willingness to let go. Jung insisted this isn't simply luck, it is the direct result of aligning with your true self. When you elevate your self-esteem and dare to live from a place of deep authenticity, the external world begins to synchronize with that powerful energy. It's as if the universe whispers, "Finally, you are ready. You are finally ready to receive what you truly deserve, but I won't lie to you. This path, this journey of individuation has its challenges. There will be moments when you doubt yourself, when the fear of change will make you want to retreat, to go back to the familiar, even if it's uncomfortable." Jung knew this intimately. He famously said, "There is no awakening of consciousness without pain." That pain might come in the form of difficult goodbyes, of confronting uncomfortable truths about yourself, or of letting go of deeply ingrained beliefs that you've carried with you for years, beliefs that no longer serve you. But that pain isn't a punishment. It's a profound process of purification. It's like cleaning a wound. It hurts at first, yes, but it's absolutely necessary for genuine healing to occur. And when that wound heals, what remains is a version of you that is stronger, more resilient, more secure, and far more deserving. I want you to imagine your life right now as a garden. In this moment, perhaps there are weeds growing, relationships that drain you, limiting thoughts that keep you small, habits that hold you back. But you, my friend, have the undeniable power to pluck out those weeds and to plant something new, something beautiful. Every single time you choose to value yourself, every single time you say no to what harms you, and a resounding yes to what truly nourishes you, you are planting seeds of self-esteem. And with time, that garden will flourish. You will attract people who water you with love and respect, opportunities that make you shine brightly, and a profound inner peace that doesn't depend on anything external. Jung also gave us a practical, powerful tool for this process: reflection. He believed that truly knowing yourself isn't something that happens by magic. It requires time, focused attention, and radical honesty. So I invite you to do this with me right now. Think about one situation in your life that is currently weighing you down. Perhaps it's a specific relationship, a frustrating job, or even a dream you've reluctantly abandoned. Now ask yourself, what is this situation showing me about myself? What part of my shadow is urgently asking to be seen, to be acknowledged, to be integrated? And what would happen if I dared to release, to let go of what no longer serves me in this situation? You don't need to answer out loud. Just let those questions resonate deeply within your mind, within your soul. Because those questions, those moments of honest introspection, are the very beginning of something incredibly powerful. Sometimes the signals from your unconscious don't arrive like a clap of thunder. They can be subtle, a quiet spark of curiosity towards something new. Perhaps you felt a gentle desire to explore a different hobby, to visit a new place, to delve into a new idea, even if it seems a little unconventional. Jung would tell you that these subtle pulls are not coincidences. They are your unconscious, gently opening a door towards your authenticity, towards a fuller, richer expression of yourself. But to cross that threshold, to walk through that door, you have to trust yourself. You have to believe deeply that you deserve more than a mediocre life, more than relationships that dim your light, more than dreams that remain perpetually trapped in a drawer. And here, my friends, is the absolute climax of this profound secret. When you live from your authenticity, when you allow yourself to be who you truly are, without masks, without excuses, without apology, you become an undeniable magnet for what you truly deserve. Jung called it individuation, the ongoing, beautiful process of becoming your most complete, most integrated self. It's not about being perfect, because perfection is an illusion and an exhausting pursuit. It's about being real. Because the people who deserve to be in your life don't want a fake, polished version of you. They want your light. They want your truth. They want your raw, magnificent essence. And the opportunities you deserve, they don't arrive when you hide. They arrive, they unfold, they blossom when you bravely dare to shine. So, what does all of this mean for you today, right now? It means you have a choice. You can continue carrying that metaphorical backpack, heavy with stones, tolerating what diminishes you, settling for less than your true worth. Or you can make a powerful, life-altering decision that enough is enough. You can choose to begin listening to your intuition, to courageously face your shadow, and to consciously build a self-esteem that not only sustains you, but truly elevates you. And when you make that choice, when you commit to that internal work, you will witness firsthand how the universe responds. The right people will appear. The pathways you need will open up before you. And you will finally realize that you always possessed the inherent power to attract what you deserve. I want you to reflect deeply on this before we finish. What are you truly willing to release, to let go of, to create ample space for what you genuinely want in your life? What part of yourself have you been suppressing, perhaps for years, that is now screaming out to be liberated, to be seen, to be loved? Because Jung's secret isn't just a fascinating psychological theory, it is a profound invitation, an invitation to live differently, a life where your self-esteem is non-negotiable, a life where you only accept what truly honors you, and a life where every single day is a powerful, authentic reflection of your deepest truth.